how to use the scoreboard command in Minecraft Bedrock Edition. So as you can see, I've got a money scoreboard down the side of my screen, and this video is going to go through how you can create your scoreboards, how you can set the display and where you can display it, and also how you can add points and move points, randomize it, and anything else you need to know. So starting off with how to create a scoreboard, this is the command right here to make your own scoreboard and to customize it. So this command is /scoreboard, objectives, add, and then money, or whatever you want your scoreboard name to be. Make sure it's spelled the same throughout all of the commands, so capitalization does matter. And then dummy, and then the name of your scoreboard. So in this case, we've gone for VIP coins. You can add colors as well if you do want to. You can then remove or delete a scoreboard by doing the same command, but instead of add, it's a move. So it's /scoreboard, and then objectives, remove, and then money, as you can see. You can then list scoreboards, so you can see what scoreboards you have in your world by doing scoreboard, objectives, list, if you want to do that as well. Next is to set the display of your scoreboards. So you can display it below the player's name, as you can see. This is the command right here. It's /scoreboard, objectives, set display, and then below name, and then money. Now, the problem with this is obviously I can't show you because I have no friends on the world to be able to show you this working with, but if I hit this button, it will set it to display it below my name. But what I can show you is to the sidebar. So as you can see right now, it has money on the sidebar. If I click this command right here, this command is to set it to the sidebar as well. There is also a list one, but this doesn't seem to display anywhere anymore since Minecraft updated the pause menu. So this is the same command again, but it's simply the sidebar. And you can also make this either ascending or descending if you do want to, depending on what you want it to be. So that's descending, and then this is ascending like so. And now just order it down the sidebar of where players are. Now, by default, your scoreboards will say player offline if someone leaves your world with a scoreboard score. That's easy to fix, though. I'll leave a playlist at the end of this video with all tutorials to do with scoreboards, which has a video in it to do with this as well. And then, if you want to make it so no scoreboard is displaying, you can simply do this command right here. This command right here adds money to a scoreboard or whatever score you want. Obviously, money is just the example. You can do kills, you can do anything you want to, blocks mined or anything. So for this example, it's Scoreboard Players Add, and then at P money 100, for example, and that adds 100 points to the scoreboard, as you can see down the side every time you click on it. Then to remove points from your scoreboards, this is the command right here. So it's the same thing, but it's remove, and then the amount you want to remove. So in this case, 100. So if I click this, it will remove it to 100, and you can do it over and over again. You can also remove till it's in the negatives as well, so you can have minus 100 points, for example, if you did remove too many. Next, we have reset, so this will reset the player's money. Again, you can put any target selector. It doesn't have to be at P. You could put your username if you wanted to as well. So as you can see, that resets my money. There's then set. Now, what set does is different to add because it will change the number to the number that you specify. So if I was to use this command block right here, it would give me 500 points, or in this case, 500 money or coins, because it's set to 500. So even if I had coins already, it would remove that and just set it to the number specified. So 5,000 in this case. Next, there's list. So player list will tell you how much of a score the player has, in this case, 5,000. There's then random. So this randomly sets the score to a number between numbers that you specify. So this is the command right here. Again, it's Scoreboard Players, random at P, money 100, and 1 is the lowest amount it could be between, and 100 is the maximum. Next, there's test. So what this is doing is testing if the player has a score between two numbers. So in this case, it's 30 and 70, and 69 is in between that. And the command is Scoreboard Players, and then test at P, and then money, and then whatever two numbers you want. So a minimum, and you can have a maximum, or you don't have to have a maximum, and it will just be a really giant number. This is useful for stuff like creating shops, or anywhere that you need to test the scoreboard value that a player has. So that was a scoreboard being successful, but if I was to go ahead and I was to add more points to us, as you can see, then we go back and test the scoreboard score, then we will fail because we'll have more than the 70 points that it says. So as you can see, we now have too many score, so the output says score 169 is not in range. So you can have chain command blocks activate if something is or is not in range, or just basically only allow stuff to work if you do have the certain amount of points within inside of the range, or if it's above a range or a certain number. And then there's operations. Now, Scoreboard Operations is more complicated, so let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a dedicated video on this. And if you want to learn how to make personalized scoreboards, for example, them show above your action bar, so like mine says money and kills, then check out the video on screen. Or check out the playlist on screen to see all the tutorials to do with scoreboards.